Hello, Senior Stoner fans. This is the real Senior Stoner back at you for your dab of the day. Today is Sunday, the start of another week, and the day after our first ever podcast. I thought it went real well. I want to thank all of you who attended, participated, and a particular shout out to Dave Farrell, who I thought did an excellent job. Now, remember, please chat with me. Send me a message if you'd like to be on the channel. If you have something you'd like to share with everybody, we'd love to have you. Let's get to the topic of the day. Well, we probably have heard this before, but I want to put it in a different perspective. I'm going to talk today about mind over matter. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. And what I'm talking about is not moving things with your mind telepathically, not having the ability to hear other thoughts, not having the ability to, think the future. What I'm talking about is the ability to divert your brain from pain to something else. And it can be done a number of different ways. I practice it as best I can. I'm not as good as I'd like to be. But let's talk about some interesting things that have happened that I want to share with you that have helped me. If you can make it to the movie theater, now this is a big if you can make it to the movie theater physically, most new movie theaters have reclining chairs, and they're very comfortable, almost more comfortable than the recliner in your house because of the angle they go to. And if you can find something to watch that'll take your mind off everything and that'll just keep you immersed on that movie, whether you like it or not. For example, Mrs. Stoner dragged me to see Star Wars. When I was younger with the kids, I was a big fan, but I really let it go and don't understand it. Not the point. The action, the movement, the special effects. I didn't think about my pain. It gave me a 2.5 hour mini vacation from pain. Mind over matter works. So here's a couple other tidbits and things. Those of you who have Netflix, Prime, Hulu, or any other streaming service, there are hundreds of thousands of things to watch. Find your passion. Anything from fishing to fighting to flying. I mean, think about it. It's got everything for everybody. Dig yourself into a series. I know it's hard. You do not have to tell Senior Stoner how hard it is to focus. I don't focus. So I take really light stuff that has absolutely no meaning and try to watch that. The Vampire Diaries. I'm not kidding. Crap like that. Because it moves. And if you're lucky enough to just get on that treadmill of it moving, it can help you not think about the gruesomeness that you're going through. And you all know what I'm talking about, because what's been happening to me is things have been firing off in different directions. What I'm suffering from isn't what I was suffering from. That's the challenge. It's new crap, new stuff I never had to deal with before, and it's foreign to me. And I'm concerned by it. And it rattles my cage every minute of every day that I'm not occupied. When I'm occupied, I don't think about it. I'll say it again. When I'm occupied, I don't think about it. Now, that's not meaning when I'm walking sugar, I don't talk to myself about it. That's not meaning when I'm sitting downstairs doing something, I'm not thinking about it. You have to get to where you're immersed in whatever we're talking about. Whatever distraction you get has to take you and really cover up and let you not see much out of it, except that what you're looking at. So let's talk about things that can do that. Loved ones. Nothing's better than time with a loved one. Significant others, friends, family members. If you have a grandchild, you have a puppy, a dog, a pet, anything that gives you pleasure is a way to divert against the horror that we live with. Just think what I'm saying. Very difficult to enjoy a meal these days. Mrs. Stoner always says to me, "What do you want for dinner, honey?" And unfortunately, the only thing I come up with is something close I can get to, and I don't have to stay out long. We eat a lot of sushi because it's easier on my stomach. But I'm going to tell you, that 45 minutes at a dinner table out, even though it's painful, and it is painful, it's a diversion. Because we're not talking about my health. We're talking about the decor of the restaurant. We're talking about what we're going to eat. We're talking about other stuff. We're making fun of somebody. The point is that there's a whole lot of opportunity out there to get distracted. And that brings me almost full circle to the podcast yesterday. The podcast really isn't designed, in my mind, I didn't have it, so people can call up and say hi to one another. I had it so people who need people who want to have something to distract their pain, can come to me, to Mr. Senior Stoner's channel, and get distracted. Because listening to this, you're not in pain right now. Because you're listening to this, hopefully in detail, to help yourself not be in pain as much. You know, I should have named this channel, instead of Senior Stoner, I should have named it Pain Free, Please. Because I had a buddy over, a childhood friend of mine. I love him. And he's just such a nice guy. And we're talking about things. And one of the things that comes up is, what do you want out of life? You know, what do you want? What do you want to get? Have you achieved your goals? Are you at peace? And not many of us can say that we are and that we've achieved our goals. But this gentleman planned everything out, planned his daughter's education, planned things out, had it all done exactly as he planned. Hats off to him. But for those of us who don't plan as well, things happen and we have to juggle. Have to juggle time, have to juggle money, have to juggle attention. And what happens is it becomes stressful. So in all this drive to get our pain down and keep the pain away, we need to remember something, especially when you're looking for diversion. You don't want to divert yourself to something stressful. I'll say it again. You don't want to divert yourself to something stressful. That's not a good diversion, because that's going to just duplicate what you're in now. You know what I'm saying? You need something that's going to blow it off the doors. A good football game to watch on TV. You know, I am not a sports fan anymore, but you know what I've been doing recently? Watching Saturday afternoon college sports. And I don't know anything about the teams, really. I know what a Big Ten means, I know what a Big East means, but I don't know much more than that. But guess why? Because it's exciting. It's exciting. It moves fast. And by moving fast, it's a distraction for you. NFL, NBA tends to slow down. All the commercials and all the yada yada goes on there. College sports moves. And once again, it's about finding something that you can look at that moves, that you can move with. It's important. When your feet hit the ground in the morning, when your eyes open first thing in the morning and the pain sets in, you immediately have to think about or have pre-planned a planned distraction for yourself. It might be too late when you're waking up in the morning. You might need it the day before to say to yourself, I've had such a crappy day. All right, I got to set it up tomorrow so I have something to do up here. I got to set it up tomorrow so whatever that favorite show I was saving, now is the time to watch it. Now is going to be the time no matter what. Got to watch it now. And you know what? People will understand that, okay? You tell a loved one, listen, I got to go over in the other room and watch this show so I can get into it. They're going to understand it. They want you at peace too. And it's not simple. Just remember that. You have to give yourself a tremendous amount of credit for what's going on in your life right now if you're having this type of pain that I'm having. You need to understand that there is no one besides you, sorry to say this, who really knows how it feels, okay? You can talk about it, you can share it, you can point to it, people can rub it for you, people can go to the doctor's visits with you, your loved ones, it's real nice to have them there, but it doesn't matter. They can't feel it. So, you, unfortunately, are on the island of pain. Alone. Pain Island. You're there. Well, you have a couple options on Pain Island. You could build a fire and try to get noticed and rescued. Or you can just kind of make a grass skirt for yourself, assume all your teeth are going to eventually fall out, and make a hut and relax. Your choice. You make a hut, you relax, you might get eaten, attacked, and killed by any of the people, natives, or animals on that island. if you make the rescue fire and try to get seen and have an effort to change the situation, okay, maybe it'll be better for you. You've got to change the situation somehow. You've got to try to find a way to take the day you expect to be the horrible pain day and make it a day that rescues you. Have a pain plan laid out in advance. Know the comfortable chair you're going to go to in your house or the angle of the bed you're going to put it at. Know the channel you're going to turn the TV onto. Know the time the show is on or it's recorded. Or what you're going to do as a movie, or who you're going to talk to on the phone and play a game of chess, which will occupy your time. It's very important that we realize sometimes we just can't do it ourselves. Sometimes we have to block out the rest of the world and divert and get a diversion. We need the diversion because sometimes it's just too difficult. Mind over matter, okay? The matter is the pain in your body. The mind is the ability to find something else to think about. And it will not take away your pain. Sorry. Faux Dr. Senior Stoner says it will not take away your pain. And you're saying, well, why the hell am I listening to all this? Because it's going to reduce it. Got it? It's going to reduce it. So that's the most important thing. Get yourself in a situation where you have mind over matter, you're moving in the right direction, making a plan. Let's take our dab and wish everybody a pain-free Sunday. That's the only gift I want for the holidays, by the way, is less pain. And I'm sure many of you are the same way. What do you want for Christmas? No pain. What do you want for Hanukkah? No pain. It might be a little clogged. It is. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to switch over to our Crimson Carter, which has a good draw. And we're going to take our THC diamonds and put them in there. You know, you didn't see me get nervous. You didn't see me get flustered. You didn't see me get upset. Have a contingency plan. I always have a contingency plan. It's my nature. Guess where I found a problem finding contingency plans? Health. Very difficult to find a contingency plan because every time you're working on your contingency plan, something comes up and bites you on the other side and makes it harder for the contingency plan to take root. The thing that I found that works every time is not a medical thing, it's a brain thing. It's the distraction. So hats off to everybody. And I'm hoping everybody gets some reduction in pain when they find something to do that occupies their mind. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Say it, have a great Sunday. Remember, distract yourselves. Cheer.